take a look at it, so I don't want you to pass the road.
You, sir? Good. Oh, there's the two girls. Hi, girls. Yeah, that's right. How are you? Very good, please. Oh, yeah, they're all waiting for this big opportunity. Not physically, but.
That's why I didn't hear any scratch sounds. No banging around. I'm sorry.
Just ground yourself.
Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Please stand for the pledge and please remain standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For those of you that may not know, we had a... Can we turn it down, Tom? Tom, can we turn it down? The monitor, Tom? That monitor right there.
This here.
Yeah. That's why.
I don't know where it turns down.
Yeah, because I hear myself in an echo. Thank you. Thank you. For those here in the audience and for those out in the public, if you're not already aware, last Tuesday our councilman, Bob Ritchie, passed away from his illness that he had been going through for a few months. And we just got word that this morning former councilman and Orange County Legislature, as well as Director of the Jurors of Orange County, Dennis Simmons, passed away. So please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you, and I ask you to keep them in your prayers and their families. Tonight, Mr. Conklin isn't here for the youth report because he happens to be on the varsity football team and he went to camp this evening. So I wished him good luck And basically, the only two things for the public to know is that school begins next Tuesday, September 6th. Teachers actually arrive a little bit earlier. They're next Thursday and Friday. And then Tuesday after Labor Day, September 6th, school starts. So please be careful. The police department will be posting. Drive carefully when school's open. Please watch, as always, watch crosswalks. If there's somebody standing at a crosswalk, please stop for them. And just to let everybody know that JV and varsity sports are already started up. They've been going for about a week, and first games start right after school starts. So thank you, Mr. Conklin. Senior or veterans report? I don't have anything, Mr. Siegel. Do you
I have neither.
Thank you, sir. We have no public hearing. However, I will be setting a public hearing for Monday, September 12th at 7 p.m., and this is for the Frontier Communications. We had the presentation from Frontier. They will be providing cable, and this is for a cable franchise, a public hearing for the cable franchise with Frontier, and that's Monday, September 12th at 7 p.m. Yeah, sorry. Can I have a motion? Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Bavozo, second by Mr. Siegel. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. We have no presentations. Public comment. Anybody from the public that would like to come up and speak? You have a 5-minute limit. Please just state your name and either what ward you live in or what town you live in.
Good evening. My name is Kathy Hylas. I'm the president of the Port Jervis Council for the Arts. The council is having a bus trip on September 7th, and we're going to the Hudson River School of Artists' homes in the Catskill. We're going first to the Thomas Cole home, and he is the founder of the Hudson River School of Art, and it's claimed that this is where American art was born. He was an Englishman who came to America and fell in love with the wilderness in America, and he started the Hudson River School of Art. It's also claimed that his love of our frontier and of our wilderness in some ways helped for us to start our own movement for some of the wildlife preserves that we have. So we're going to his home first, and then we're going across the Hudson River, and we're going to Alana, which is Frederick Church's home, and his art will also be on display. And Alana is a state historical site, and it's quite beautiful, and it's quite well known. And both the Thomas Cole home is a National Historic Site, and Alana is a New York State Historic Site, and it's also one of the most visited sites in New York State. This trip is going to leave from the Dutch Deer Park Reformed Church on September 7th at 8 o'clock in the morning. The cost is $70 per person. It includes a bus transportation, a box lunch, admission, and guided tours to both homes. You can get information from the Smith Plumbing and Heating at 66 Jersey Avenue in Port Jervis. You must be 18 years of age or older or be accompanied by an adult. I think it's going to be a beautiful day. That area is particularly gorgeous. The Catskill Mountains, the Hudson River. It just should be a beautiful day. I hope people will be interested in going. What else can I say? Does anybody? I have a question. I don't think my 5 minutes are up, so I have a question for the council. I noticed all the sidewalks are being pulled up again. I thought this was the end of having our stone sidewalks taken away when the last urban renewal came through. And I was able to save, I have a house on Kingston Avenue, and I was able to save those stone sidewalks because luckily our tenant called us and we were able to get a hold of the public, the street department, and Jack made it possible for us to get our blue stone. But I see they're all being ripped up again. Now, Milford went to all kinds of extremes to get bluestone, and it wasn't even the good bluestone. It's just those skinny slates. We have those fabulous bluestones, and they're being ripped up again. I thought we weren't going to do that anymore. What happened? Why is it happening?
Well, there was a grant. The sidewalks that you see now. First of all, the owners of the property are responsible for their sidewalks and to maintain their sidewalks. The people whose sidewalks are being done right now on East Main Street were offered to either have their bluestone taken up and they could sell it, which 99.9% of them did. There's only one, and you can see it at it was 135, I think, East Main Street. They kept theirs, and theirs is still there. However, even though they kept theirs there, theirs is not within the ordinance of maintenance. So they're going to have to deal with getting that into the ordinance of maintenance. This project was putting gas mains under the sidewalks. The sidewalks are being replaced. The homeowners had that option. They could get the concrete for free, and most of them, what happened, most of them sold their bluestone, made some money, and they got their concrete sidewalks for free. From the school on down, Jersey, both sides of East Main Street, both sides of Kingston Avenue, down both sides of Hamilton Street, and then onto the ASK school, all the sidewalks are going to be replaced there, and that is through a Safe Routes for Kids to School grant, and that is a federal and state grant that was applied for a few years ago.
Okay, all right, it all sounds nice, but those bluestones, the maintenance on them, I mean, why wouldn't the city say, we will maintain those bluestones? From what I understood from all the old timers, when it first happened and the first bluestones were pulled up, and that's when I used to work at the laundromat, and these old timers would come in and they'd explain to me how you just lifted those bluestones up, you leveled them out with whatever materials, and you put them back down, and then they would last for another 100 years. And cement crumbles, and I don't understand why the city wouldn't take the responsibility of doing that instead of, cement is, it's ugly. It's ugly.
I can tell you that we don't, first of all, we don't have the ability to maintain the sidewalks, and that's why many years ago it was pushed on to the homeowners to maintain their sidewalks. And many homeowners do, but there are much more that do not maintain their sidewalks. As far as Milford goes, our engineer, because part of some of the replacement that we want to do downtown, because it was done during urban renewal in the 1970s, and they took it all up.
Horrible.
Will be replaced with the same type of material. First of all, they only use what's called 3,000-pound concrete, hence 4,000-pound concrete, which is stronger, and that's what's used now. But the concrete will be stamped just like it is in Milford. Milford's only some certain spots is where they've used that cheap, thin stuff. Much of it is actual concrete, and it's been colored and stamped to make it look like bluestone.
Okay, well, I'm still sad about it. Okay. All right, thank you. If anybody wants anything about the bus trip, I've got information.
Peter Gregg. First, kudos to whoever thought of putting this over on this side of the room. It's a little bit more safe for travelers coming in and out. More on the bluestone. Back in the old days when East Main Street was concrete, we had adequate curve along there. But then we got blacktop eventually, and the height of the curb diminished as we put more blacktop on. And it's difficult to maintain a sidewalk when there's vehicles parking on it. And the chief deterrent to vehicles, a curb. whenever you resurface it, the curb height usually gets thinner, and vehicles since the old days have gotten bigger. A lot of people make it a habit to just park on the sidewalk. Now I noticed the height of the curb out here in front of the City Hall is about 6 inches. And the height they're putting in along East Main Street is about 1.5 inches. I think there's only one layer of blacktop surface on that inch, next to the 1.5 inches. So when the next layer of blacktop comes on, that height is going to be even less. So if anything can be done to increase the height of the sidewalk from the road surface, I think that would be a great help in maintaining the sidewalks. Because even with the bluestone that was at the property I'm at, the bluestone just over the years, people parked on it, crumbled. Probably about 75% of it was cracked by the time, this past year. If anything can be done about that, that would be great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else? Not hearing from anyone, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the August 8th meeting.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Belcher, second by Mr. Bovoso. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Under committee reports, we have finance insurance. I'm going to have Ms. Trovey.
Okay. The August meeting was canceled, so there has not been a meeting since the last council meeting. We might be rescheduling the August meeting. If that happens, we will let you know. If not, the next scheduled meeting is September 21st at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. We have some bills to pay. From the general fund, $227,592.59. From the water fund, $42,626.03. From the capital fund, $48,206.08, for a total of $318,424.70. Some of the larger bills this month from the general and water funds: the employees' health insurance for August coverage, $185,094.59. Orange County landfill July usage, $14,196.75. Global Montello for gas, $5,417.35. And from the capital fund, Pioneer Construction, Wagner Place Sewer Replacement Project, $42,247.10. Expanded Supply Products for basin and frame, $4,280. I'd like to make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Trovey, a second by Mr. Belcher to pay the bills. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
I also have a resolution here. Resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis, New York, designating 5 properties acquired by the city in 2013 through the tax lien process for public use, rendering same wholly exempt from taxation commencing with the 2016 assessment roll.
I have a motion by Ms. Trovey. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Bovoso. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
That's all.
Thank you. Fire and Emergency Management, Mr. Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. I sent out the minutes for the Fire Emergency Management meeting of August 15th. If everyone got that, I'd like to make a motion to approve it.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Siegel, a second by Mr. Bovoso to pass the minutes of the August 15th meeting. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Thank you. Just for the record, I want everybody to know the meeting lasted 10 minutes. Pretty good.
You were absent?
Everybody else was. Due to Labor Day, the next board officers meeting is scheduled for Monday, September the 12th at the Fire Museum, 7 p.m. The last fire emergency management meeting, as we just said, was August 15th. The next meeting is scheduled for Monday, September 19th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Code and Legislative, Mr. Bovoso.
Thank you, Mayor. The Code Committee has not met since our last meeting. However, going back to July and local law number 15 of 2016, which was a local law changing the off-street parking requirements for restaurant uses, we finally heard back from the Orange County Department of Planning regarding our 239 review, and the county has determined that it has found no evidence that significant intermunicipal or countywide impacts would result from its approval. Therefore, I make a motion to adopt local law number 15 of 2016.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Bovoso, a second by Mr. Belcher. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
Our next meeting is scheduled for September 7th at 7 o'clock here in the council chambers. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Public Works Environmental Affairs, Mr. Belcher.
Thank you, Mayor. Garbage and recycling will be on a normal schedule for the week August 22nd and the week of August 29th. The week of September 5th, garbage and recycling will be 1 day late in all wards due to the Labor Day holiday. Paper pickup in the second ward will be on Friday, September 9th. Paving on Fowler Street will take place in the next few weeks. Please be cautious while driving in the construction zone due to the workers and also the raised manholes. Be advised that the EDPL hearing for the land acquisition will take place on September 19th, 2016 at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. This meeting is in regards to the Tri-State Corridor project that will commence in 2017 and the full and temporary easements that will be needed for this project to move forward. Next DPW meeting will be on September 6th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Farr, for that EDBL hearing on September 19th, are the people in that area, do they get mailings?
Everybody gets involved to get a mailing from the
Okay, so you'll get a mailing for that
plus
hearing.
it's advertised.
Okay, very good. Police Committee, Mr. Foster.
Thank you, Mayor. The Police Committee met on August 16th. A speed study is being looked at for King Street. It was reported an animal control officer is now being in training as we speak. We talked about looking at revising the city ordinance laws on fireworks, as there were many issues. That was reported on July 4th. The police department is looking at upgrading the records management system. A new camera has been installed in by the Rite Aid area that is now sharp, crystal clear, and that will zoom right in, right up close, which I thought was very good. 2 new dispatchers are going through training as we speak. And there seems to be a transient group of people coming into our city on Friday and Saturday nights at the local bars, causing a lot of problems and recklessness during the early morning hours. There have been some accidents reported, possibly drug dealing, DWI. During the police committee, Chief Warden showed us a couple of videos that really shocked us of what's going on if you're out. But however, the police are working with the local bars and addressing this situation, and they're right now going to be making a presence in the bars to try to knock everything down a little bit. And that is it. So our next meeting will be on September 20th, 7 p.m. in the Mayor's Council Room. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Liaison, CDA, I'm going to ask Ms. Trovey.
The CDA has not met since our last council meeting. Our next meeting is scheduled for this Wednesday, August 24th at 7 p.m. in the Rec Center, on the second floor of the Rec Center. Thank you.
Thank you. And there is nothing from IDA. IDA does not meet until September 21st. At what time?
6 p.m. here at the council.
6 p.m. Thank you. ADA, Mr. Foster.
ADA has not met. Our next meeting is scheduled for September 6th at 6:30 here in the council chambers right after DPW. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Housing Authority, Mr. Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. The last Housing Authority meeting was July the 26th. The only news is good news that Santos Rodriguez is home now. He's getting home therapy and he's doing relatively well. Our next meeting is tomorrow, August 23rd at 7 p.m. at Hillside Terrace. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Recreation Commission, Ms. Fitzpatrick.
Thank you, Mayor. The Recreation Department summer program ended last Friday, August 19th. West End Beach also closed for the season last week. Beach closed on August 18th due to lifeguards returning to school and for fall sports. The youth center will be open 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for the remainder of the summer, August 22nd through September 1st. The youth center will be closed September 2nd and 5th. Starting Tuesday, September 6th, the youth center will switch back to its school schedule, which will be Monday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. will be our teen night, which is for middle school and high school students only. There are still 2 concerts remaining in our summer concert series at Riverside Park. Both concerts are make-up dates from earlier this summer. First up, we have Rich Wilson this Wednesday night, August 24th at 7, and then the Carl Richards Band on Wednesday, August 31st, also at 7. Both concerts are free of charge. Don't miss these 2 great concerts. Bring your chairs, snacks, they're great. Also, more and more progress has been made up at the hiking and biking trails and watershed park and recreation area, so make sure you get up there and explore the beauty that's all around us. Thank you to all the volunteers that have put in so much time and effort into the trails. It's very much appreciated. Also, the next Recreation Commission meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, September 21st at 6 p.m. at the Youth Center. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Tourism, Mr. Belcher.
Thank you, Mayor. Tourism Board met on August 10th here in the council chambers. The Mayor and City Corporation Council, Bill Bavosto, attended the meeting to advise us that the Tourism Board will be under the Recreation Department and John Fagione going forward. We had a discussion about the Fall Foliage Festival. 42 vendors had signed up as of August 10th. We usually have 115 to 120. It is anticipated that many will sign up at the last minute. I requested DPW to put up the banners for the Fall Foliage Festival today. Vendor applications are due by August 25th and are available on the Port Jervis City website, www.portjervisny.org. The Scarecrow Contest will also be part of the Fall Foliage Festival, and applications are available on the city website as well. Applications are also available at JJ Deli on Pike Street, the Gun Lady on Front Street, up front exhibition space on Jersey Avenue, Hess Deli on Kingston Avenue, and the Sparebush Post Office. Arthur Trolley will be providing the award ribbons for first, second, and third place winners, as well as prizes for first place winners. We also discussed the t-shirts, the Chris Kindle mark, which will be on November 27th, and the 2017 Sports Expo. We also discussed the vendor fee for city events. The next meeting will be on Wednesday, September 14th at 6:30 p.m. here in the council chambers. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Zoning Board, Ms. Randazzo.
Thank you, Mayor. The zoning board has not met for several months now due to lack of business. The next meeting is scheduled Tuesday, September 6th, 7 p.m. here in the council chambers.
Thank you. And Planning Board?
Planning board met on August 16th. One of the conditional uses that was granted was 298 East Main Street for a day spa. There are a couple items that that were left open. They'll be finalized at our next meeting, which is scheduled for Tuesday, September 20th at 7 p.m., also here in the council chambers. And I also want to make mention that this Wednesday, August 24th, there will be a planning board workshop here in the council chambers at 7 p.m. It's regarding U.S. Steel And it's just basically a workshop to review a potential project up at Skyline Drive. It's for a new materials recycling plant, and there are no hazardous materials involved. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.